We are just about 5 minutes to go here in the People's United Center before we get back to some MAC women's basketball action between Manhattan and Quinnipiac today. My name is Eric Kerr alongside Coar. We're your broadcasters on the Quinnipiac Bobcats Sports Network, but of course, we are joined by none other than a special guest today from the Quinnipiac men's basketball team, Jacob Rigoni. Jake, it's nice to have you today.
Thanks for having me. It's awesome to be here.
Yeah, we appreciate you having you, and let's talk about this game first. Right now, Manhattan leads 33-31, and Quinnipiac was down by as many as 11 at one point. So, what happened there?
Yeah, I think Manhattan had a great start. They were getting inside the paint and getting shots on the rim. I think QU probably struggled to rebound to start the game, and Manhattan got some second chance points. But you saw once they switched up into that zone defense, they were able to force them to take contested threes, and they were able to put the rebounding together and get out and run in transition. And I thought they did a good job of kicking the ball ahead and getting on the rim. I think if they keep setting some better screens this half, they'll get their key girls open and be able to create shots for their shooters as well. So look forward to seeing how they adjust at halftime. Yeah, we witnessed a 2-3 zone defense and also a 1-3-1 zone defense, and it looks similar to what Fairfield was running against this Manhattan team just a few days ago. So I guess just kind of break down, how that zone defense was so effective. Yeah, I think they did a good job of keeping it outside the paint. They had some big girls inside, and they probably keyed in on the wings a little bit to keep it outside the paint, and the guards at the top did a good job of sprinting out and contesting those three-point shots. And in the zone, it's probably harder to rebound because you're not matched up exactly man-to-man, but they did a good job of finding bodies, and the guards didn't leak out. They crashed, and they made up and as when the big girls are boxing out down low. So I think that was really effective, and it will be interesting to see if they stick with that and how Manhattan adjusts. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Connor, you mentioned that a lot, too, about how Quinnipiac had to defend those bigger girls in Manhattan, right?
Oh, yeah. With the height disadvantage that they have, though, they don't have the greatest defensive rebounding abilities, but they've been able to find bodies like you mentioned, Jacob, and, get those offensive rebounds and get out and push in transition.
Yeah. Connor, you have some couple questions about...
Yeah, so we know that you're not from the United States. You're originally from Australia, and you played a little bit in there. How was playing in Australia been? How big of a transition has it been playing from Australia, playing in a Division I basketball?
Yeah, I think it was quite the jump when I first got here, especially that summer session. That was really important for me to be here over the summer and have a good fall here. I think the pace of the game and the size and athleticism was probably another level as what I was used to at playing home. Fortunately, I was able to play in a men's league before coming over here, so against grown men that play professionally back home, and that was a good opportunity for me to play against another high-level guys in different age class, and they have a lot more experience. So I had to use my smarts in that and overcome some of my athletic differences in the game, and being able to develop my three-point shot early in my career. I think that allowed for the court to open up a bit better for me, for teams to have to close out longer and making up for the differences in athleticism. So that was probably the biggest adjustment.
Yeah, definitely coming to a two-dimensional player playing Division I basketball is definitely important for your game. You also played with the Sturt Sabres. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
Yep,
yeah,
nailed it.
You played with you were the MVP for the U20 Nationals team in 2017. Now, when playing there, what kind of role did you have playing on that team?
Yeah, I think I played a bit of 3-4, and I probably played more inside and had a pretty strong post game back home, so I was probably more of an inside threat and using my up fakes on the perimeter to get on the rim and finishing around the rim. And my shot was never super consistent growing up, but I always had good technique. It was just about getting over here as well and then repping it out and really focusing on that part of my game, moving up into a higher level.
Jacob, you mentioned you played against some professionals. Are there any NBA players or any other NCAA Division I players you played against?
I grew up playing with a lot of NCAA Div 1 players in the end. One guy went to Stanford, a couple went to Albany, Cal Baptist. So it was good to play against guys that were sort of on a similar mission to you. You're working hard together and you want to be the best version of yourselves, and it was good to have guys challenging yourselves growing up. And back home I played against a good amount of NBL players, so that's the top league in Australia, and you've probably heard of some American guys playing there now and guys that have come into the NBA from there. So it's a good challenge for me to play against guys at that level.
Pretty cool. And you also have played in some FIBA competition as well. Do you see yourself maybe playing for the Australian national team for the Olympics or something like that in the future? Or?
Yeah, that's one of the highlights of my basketball career, playing for the national team, representing your country. It's pretty special, and you think about everything that went into that and representing your family, your club, and all those people that invested in you. And it's definitely something I'd love to have the opportunity to do again. I think I've got a lot of work to do here and going forward, and hopefully a professional career, but yeah, that'd be an ultimate goal for sure.
What are the next steps for that professional career?
I think just focusing on having a good season here. I think the better we do as a team, I think you get more eyes on yourself as well individually, and just keep playing my role on this team and and then go from there once the time comes.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll see you on TV one day broadcasting
That'd be awesome.
you from
Likewise.
the Olympics.
No, same to you. Can I just give a shout out to my family watching back home as well?
Course,
They're tuning in on the radio. They were very excited. My grandparents and my Auntie Anne-Marie and Les.
Appreciate the Rigoni family tuning in to us right now as we're about to get
Thank you.
the second half of action going here in the People's United Center. In and out move. Back over to Worley up top the key. Now she tries to drive strong, and they're going to say offensive foul on Harvey Carr. Pushing.
It was called on Blackgrove for trying to get position down in the paint on Deweese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Good catch, Connor. That's Jade Blagrove.
Well done, Connor.
Well done. He's only a first year, folks.
Bright future.
Yeah. Connor, this is your first call, right?
Yeah. Well, it's actually my second call. I called a men's soccer game back in the fall, and as it turns out, it was actually against Manhattan as well. So I've grown to appreciate Manhattan a little bit more.
Connor, I guess you're just the Manhattan guy.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll be waiting that call from Manhattan Athletics when I graduate.
Well, you still got plenty of years.
Yeah, plenty.
It's Jacob and I's last ride over here.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yep.
Took me 5 years to get on the call.
Well, welcome. And a charge is called. Amani Free fired up. She gets fired up for almost anything, but that was a big-time play.
She was fired up. Did a great job staying in front that time and forcing her to go right through her.
Yeah, that'll be the sixth foul on Manhattan. So the next foul committed will be the Bobcats will be shooting 1-on-1 for the rest of the game.
Quinnipiac again up in double digits for the first time this game. They lead 60-50. Now there's 10 on the shot clock here for Cavalier trying to make a move. Crossover behind the back for three. Splash. Wet like water. Rose Caverly from a land down under. I used an Australia pun right there. Hope you like that one, Jacob.
Let you get away with it.
Yeah. I feel like you probably heard that one too many times from me.
Couple times.
That was a good one, though. That was good. Actually, it was a 2. My apologies. So I guess pun wasted.
For America.
So Davis will head to the line for a couple. She's made 2 of 2 earlier in this game. Broadcaster's curse, though, misses that time. 2 of 3.
Too many instances of that happening.
I know. I did it to Deweese the other day. She called me out for it in the last broadcast, too. So I gotta watch myself over here. That time it's Davis hitting 3 of 4, or 1 of 2, so 3 of 4 in the game. And they're going to get it to their best free throw shooter on the court right now, Rose Caverly. So she'll head to the line for 2. And Caverly, perfect Wendy's combo, 4 for 4 on the line today. Timeout. And you know what, funny story about that call is I waited to say it this time because the last time I said it, that's how I messed up Deweese because she could get a perfect 4 for 4 free throw Wendy's combo. And she missed. So this time, Caverly was successful because I didn't say anything. I've learned from my lessons, guys.
Yeah, good. I never was a big fan of the broadcaster's jinx where you say something and the opposite happens.
Well, you know what, Connor? It will happen to you one day once you get on the play-by-play mics for basketball. You're lucky you're in the color seat today. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I won't have to put my life on the line.
Caverly made the first free throw. Makes the second as well. 6 for 6 now in the game.
There's no Wendy's deal at 6 for 6.
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still trying to work out what the 4 for 4 is.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised on Wendy's.
Dang, yeah.
We didn't have that.
What were you? What was your fast food of choice in Australia?
Maybe some KFC.
KFC.
Yeah.
Always a solid
Mum would
choice.
treat us to that sometimes.
Okay. McDonald's around there at all?
Yeah, we got McDonald's.
Yeah.
We like a thick shake.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to McDonald's like late one night just to get a Frosty, and ooh, boy, it was delicious. Just for the Frosty, though. No meal required, you know?
It's always a good late night snack.
Keep it healthy.
Yeah, well, you know.